Hi, Linda Bowen here from stampingwithlynda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today I want to share this beautiful card with you. It is done with our new stamp set, Rose Wonder, and it has a matching Rose Garden thinlet, a set of different thinlets. This comes as a bundle. You get 14 stamp sets, and you get 5 different dies that match this set. The bundle is $49.25, so during celebration you add 75 cents more and you get a celebration set. You want to stay tuned because I will be featuring this as a stamp of the month, and it is a must-have stamp set. But I want to show you how I did the rose today. I'm going to bring in my Big Shot, and I'm going to use that rose. I'm going to be using our Color Me Irresistibly Designer Series specialty paper. This has the white embossed images on it. I'm going to bring in that platform because this is a detailed stamp. I'm going to place my rose on that platform. Remember, the precision plate is my bottom cutting mat. So I've got that on my magnetic platform. I want to make sure that it's good and even on there. I still need that top cutting mat. So I'm going to run that through. And again, when it's detailed, I like to run it through a couple of times. Also, if you noticed, I took the specialty paper, the glossiness, and put that on the back side, or the turned it over to the bottom, so that I made sure that I cut through that paper well. So I'm going to bring that back over. You can already see it's starting to fall apart, which is a great thing. I'm going to bring in my new brush, Big Shot brush. I featured that a week or so ago in my sneak peek. But these little bristles just go down in to those holes and release that framelit from my paper. So with this case, it just pops right out. No wax paper, no dryer sheet, all that stuff that we used to use with these dies. So then I'm going to flip that over, and I've got my glossiness on this side. Going to bring in my Mossy Meadow ink pad, and I am going to sponge the leaves in green, and then I am going to take my Blackberry Bliss, and because this specialty paper has that glossiness to it, you get that resist look, so just gives a dimension to that flower and those leaves. When you are sponging, you want to go lightly because it is a delicate die cut. It does not match the rose stamp from the garden exactly. It goes on top, layers on top, so it's not cutting that rose out, but it's an accent for the rose. So I've got that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in a tissue and just kind of wipe so that I get that white resist look. I'm going to hold that up to the camera so you can see. Let's bring in a white piece of paper and lay that on top. I think you'll see better how that pops right out. Next, what I have done, I have taken a piece of Whisper White. This measures 3 1/4 by 5, and I ran it through the Softly Falling. This was a folder that was in the holiday catalog. It has come back, and so that's an exciting thing. And I am going to turn this rose over and put it on my silicone mat and just kind of add a little bit of adhesive around. Remember, the silicone mat makes it so that it doesn't stick where you don't want it. And so I'm just going to add that rose like so. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back that Big Shot. I'm going to first take, this is a label that is part of that stamp set, Rose Garden. I'm going to take that, because it's photopolymer, I'm going to use my paper piercing mat. I'm going to stamp that on a scrap piece of paper. Now remember, I have told you before, the precision plate is wonderful. It is not to be used with your undetailed framelits. So this is just a regular framelit. So I want to remove that precision plate. Watch your fingers with this, because with the magnetic platform, it can snap your fingers very easily. So I'm going to bring in my magnetic platform. I've removed that precision plate. I'm going to use my regular cutting mat. Because this is an open framelit, I do not want to use that precision plate. What happens if you use the precision plate, because there's no bend to it, you can damage your framelits. So because it's not detailed, I just ran it through once. And I'll bring that back over. I want to use the words from that set. Again, this rose set just has a lot of beautiful sayings. It goes from weddings, sympathy, birthday, thank you, you name it, it's all in one. So I'm going to take my Mossy Meadow, and I can see exactly where I'm stamping because I'm using that photopolymer. So I've stamped my greeting. I'm going to set that aside. I have already taken a piece of Blackberry Bliss and ran it through with the framelits. And I'm going to bring my snips in, and I'm going to cut this at an angle. So I have little pieces like so. And this just makes the beautiful accent for the back of that label. So it just adds a little depth to that. So I'm going to turn that around and glue that one down. I'm going to bring in my dimensionals. Add that. Now I used my silicone mat and my snail. You can also use our fine tip glue pen if you would like. Going to bring in a piece of Mossy Meadow. This measures 5.5 by 8.5. And because it is so such a dark cardstock, I want something lighter inside to write on. So I've got a piece of 4 by 5.25 Whisper White. And I'm just going to put that into the inside. And then take my card and add that to the outside. So there you have it, a fun card using that Rose Wonder bundle. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you real soon.